High School teacher is about to get underway.
Any theory that denies the story of divine creation of man is taught in the Bible, and to teach instead that man descended from a lower order of animals.
And so growing up, it was one of those things, yeah, you kind of hear about the Scopes trial in school, especially in Rhea County schools, but you don't really go too in depth on it. I guess because they think, well, you're from here, you've probably heard of that. We're going to just gloss over it to the next thing. But whenever you get up there and you actually hear the words that were spoken and you hear both sides of both arguments, you know, it's pretty riveting just to sit up there and go back and forth like they did 100 years ago. It's been really eye-opening, I think.
Includes me.
Sure.
Court adjourned until 9 o'clock Tuesday morning.
The defense believes that God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
Yeah, we don't really agree with the inherit the wind interpretation, but we want to put it on just to show people, like I said a few minutes ago, to let them hear both sides. You know, we're not, the script that we're using, like I said, is actually based off of the trial transcript, so it's not us sitting there doctoring it, trying to make you persuaded to one side or the other. We've just condensed the script from the transcript so you can actually hear the words that were spoken. So I think it's just, we all have a fascination with trying to tell the story as accurately as possible.
After the flood, a rainbow. Do you believe in that?
Read it!
All right, Mr. Bryant, I'll read it for you.
Your Honor, I can shorten this. Well, Mr. Darrow has no other purpose than to slur the Bible. Well, this man who does not believe in God is trying to use a court in Tennessee to slur at it.
The hardest part for me is not the speeches, because that's just a string of dialogue. So if you get it right, you get it accurate, you're in character, it'll come off. The hard part for me is when we have the back and forth on the witness stand. And so I'm just having to respond spontaneously, and it feels spontaneous every time. So part of my mind is going, oh my gosh, is that the right cue? You know, am I going to say the right thing?
Well, with all due respect, let's not forget, if a teacher violates the laws of the land, regardless of the policy of law, his example cannot be wholesome to the undeveloped mind.
You see, a Christian believes that man comes from above. The evolutionist believes that man comes from below. Yes, a lower order of animals.
Some of the reports of the trial, especially those by famous reporter H.L. Mencken, portrayed the town and the townspeople as rubes and yokels and ignorant. And they really, in the town, they were hoping to be put on the map, but not for that. We're going to be running the sound cues with voices and lights and all that. So we are going to do that cue to cue thing, but it's just a handful of them. And I think that at the beginning of them doing this reenactment, there were a whole lot of people who were not happy about it. They did not want to be dragged through the mud yet again. Another version that makes them look like idiots. They've been duped before, right? And so a lot of people weren't crazy about the idea at first. But the town has kind of owned its place and owned this piece of its history, right?
We are looking for a Tennessee teacher who is willing to accept our services in testing the anti-evolution statute.
But the themes that are right at the center of this trial are also right at the center of the news. Like, who gets to decide what is taught to students in schools? Whose job is that? Is it the parents? Is it the state? Is it the federal government, right? And those kinds of battles are being waged right now, right?